episode is sponsored by Outpool Strength Systems. Outpool Strength Systems is responsible for helping hundreds of people get strong, understand how to move properly and why they should be moving that way.
Outpool also understands the power of music when it comes to training. They aim to pioneer and bring together a larger community of people, not only sharing the experience of raving, but lifting properly as well. If you're interested in learning how to move in the gym a little bit better,
Compete in powerlifting or wear the latest rave-inspired merchandise, head to outpoolstrengthsystem.com and inquire with one of their coaches today. Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Scene Down Under, brought to you by Hardstyle Australia, hosted by your favourites, VUKZ
and TOZA.
How you going, guys? Hope you're doing well. My man VUKZ.
I'm doing all right.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Still nursing a bit of a hangover. Post rave day hangover. Had a really good night. I know we said it on the last episode, but night vision's awesome. It's crazy as, like, so good. Unresolved to see a live act down here in the middle of festival season as well. How sick is that?
Yeah. Quick Aussie trip. I was about to say quick Euro trip.
Yeah.
Quick Aussie trip
FIFA.
between his really busy schedule.
Yeah.
Guys, actually like 2 to 3 gigs a weekend, man. It's crazy.
Bro, he's got 3 acts touring now. He's got Unresolved, Alternate Identity, and Red Blood.
Red Blood, yeah. It's very smart to do that, man, because you're making like a name for yourself through 3 different things.
Yeah.
And like having an album that's split into 2 sets already, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like, it just diversifies you, like, immediately.
Pretty smart business move, in my opinion.
And the thing about it now, everyone wants classics, so an Unresolved classic set as well. So he's got 4 acts pretty much he can play. So and Decibel is playing 3 sets as well. So
I think Friday back to back with Mish.
Yeah.
Saturday solo, and then Sunday at the after party.
There you go.
I think so, yeah.
There you go. 3 sets. So he's killing it. That was awesome. Diprax, for me, that was...
Honestly, man, that was a really good, like, old school hardcore set that we haven't had in a very long time here. So
blast from the past. I actually got to chat to Diprax as well, and that was some really eye-opening stuff. He's like a real legend in the scene. Even though he said, "Don't call me a legend," I was like, dude, you are a legend. He's awesome. And then MBK...
Bro.
So much up tempo.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
That set was like
cracked.
From the beginning to the end, it was crazy, man.
Yeah, like literally as soon as he switched it on, I was like, bro, cracked.
Bro, the Spanish guys don't fuck around, man.
Yeah, I thought it was French. I thought he was French. I don't know why.
No, he's Spanish.
Yeah.
He even looks Spanish, bro. He has that like...
Yeah.
I don't know if you're watching like Spanish Netflix series.
No.
Bro, he literally looks like very, very Spanish.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so there's a couple of things that are happening in the scene, man. I'm going to start us off with a bit of sauce.
Big things. We'll touch on it a bit more in the episode, but just to bring it to light now, Reddit blew up over the past couple of weeks. Our favourite producer, streamer, 1 million streams.
The most viral
TikToker. And,
viral Hardstyle DJ, sorry.
Oh, man, that was horrible, man. And Donis, like, I'm going to say it, like, come on, man. Like, putting our scene on blast and putting some of our biggest producers and our biggest names on blast as well, calling them out. Like, come on, man. Like, I understand some people want to make a name for themselves in a scene, but there's a way to go about things. And I know, like, sometimes even I think about it, I'm like, do we really need to show respect to the, like, older people? Like, we got to do our own things sometimes. But then I look at it, I'm like, dude, yeah, you have to show respect to people who have paved the way. And then, like, you got, like, Nick, who signed with Gearbox, and Joel as well, like, who signed with Gearbox years ago, and they stayed in Australia till they became too big for it. Like, they did their due diligence, did what they had to do, and they moved on afterwards. Like, kudos to the boys. We'll touch on it more a bit later on the whole covers and stuff like that. But yeah, just
honestly, like, for me, it just really comes with maturity, man. And pretty sure he's like a kid.
Yeah.
He looked like a kid when we saw him at that event.
Yeah.
And I don't think he knows any better. But I just hope, like, I don't want to really talk about it too much to the point where, like, I'm going to give him exposure, because I don't think we should even be like talking about him, but it's just a situation that we want to, like, raise awareness on.
Yeah.
But I just think it comes with maturity, and I really hope he learns from this and takes something out of it.
Just don't keep blabbing on about it. Like, accept it, take the L.
100%. And look, there's always a chance for you to come back in a proper way, but you just have to lower your ego and actually like do something with what you're doing, and not just like blabber around fucking giving people shit that are 10 times more like established.
Yeah, like it's just...
And been like people like, let's say like kudos to Nick and Joel, yeah, but we're talking about like Tweakers, Audio Tricks, all the heavy hitters from the euphoric hardstyle world that have been here around for like a very long time.
Yeah, like...
So like, bro, you're just a kid from fucking Sydney, man. Like, you're nothing.
Yeah.
Literally, like, getting 100 million streams on a track that's not even yours and it's just a cover.
Yeah.
It's not hard, bro. Like, sitting in a studio and like one day we can fucking make your whole album 10 times better.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like,
what you're doing is not crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean as well. Like, the amount of effort he put into doing what he did, like if he just put it into something else, he could actually do something for himself.
100%. And like I said, bro, yeah, you're making streams, you're making money, but bro, work ethics, man.
Yeah.
It's not right. But anyways, I don't want to keep talking about this guy.
Yeah.
There's something I want to bring up. It's not really like a hot take or whatever, but I've been having a lot of conversations. I'm in the crowd all the time, having conversations with like mates, new people, whatever. And I've just been realizing quite a few things about a lot of people like these days, man. I feel like everyone is filled with self-doubt and really don't know what they want to do, and they have all these things that they want to do, but they don't really know how to take that step or kick it off, or even like just start doing stuff.
Yeah.
And it's pretty big for me when I hear some people talk to me like that, because I'm just like, I used to be in that position back in the day and it sucks. And if there's something I can give from my own experience to actually help people change the way they think in a way where like they actually start doing the things they want to do.
Yeah, like
because
we had we went out after Night Visions as well to BPM Hard Techno event, and we got to see a lot of old faces from the scene that we haven't seen. Like, they've shifted over to techno and started dwelling in that. Like, they still come support all the other raves. Like, we've seen them both at Night Visions and BPM, and like it's so awesome to see their faces. And then, but when you hear like they're disheartened sometimes, you're like, man, like you're so close. You can push through the barrier. Like, do what you used to do. Like, there's a lot more. So I feel like there's a bit more support now, and the younger generation in our scene here in Australia is starting to mend. Like, everyone's gotten a bit closer. As before, like everyone was a bit separate. They weren't too close with each other. But now everyone's started like getting associated and stuff like that. Everyone's become like it's a community now again.
Yeah. And the thing is, like I said, a lot of people have so many things they want to do, but one, they're probably in the wrong circle of friends. Two, they're just not confident enough to like start doing things or talk to the right people. But my advice to you is like, you are in control of how you think about things and what you want to do. Your language is the main thing. That it's what you say to yourself is what you're going to do. So if you say, I'm fucking shit, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, then you're never going to be good enough. Yeah. But if you're going to say, I'm capable of doing this, I'm going to do A, B, C to get to where I need to be, then nothing is stopping you. Like, honestly, like, it's not rocket science. It all starts from within you and what you actually want to do and what are you going to do to get it done?
Yeah.
Like, because like I'm sick and tired of hearing all these talented people and like all my mates outside of Hardstyle he have so much like potential to do things, but they're just not doing it because they're either driven by fear.
Yeah, they're scared.
They're like in their own head, or I just don't understand. Like, it really, really hurts.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's something I can say or do to actually help them tick something in their brain.
Yeah. And I feel like the scene's a lot more supportive now. Like, you've got a lot of new styles, a lot of new creativeness and stuff. Like, we're more open to stuff. As before, like, if let's say you were upcoming raw DJ. If you didn't have like nice kicks and like these awesome screeches, no one really cared. But now it's so experimental. It's like, we'd love to see more different stuff. Like, think about like if someone wasn't experimental, we wouldn't get peep kicks, skated, zag, you know, stuff like that.
100%.
Like new style, you wouldn't get it if people tried experimenting. Like people could be on the verge of making a new sound, but they would be so scared just to be shut down. Like, just throw it out there, guys.
At the end of the day, like from my own experience, taking risks is a really big thing, and there is no negative in anything you do. It's either a success or a learning curve.
Yeah,
that's it. Like, so all you have to do is just start doing, man. So like, if you're watching and there's something that you really want to do, I don't know why. What are you waiting for?
Yeah,
like
just do it. We're not sponsored by Nike, but just do it.
Yeah, but it's just something I really wanted to touch on because lately I've been having those conversations with people. Yeah. Other than that, there was something that a friend of ours wanted us to mention, just to again raise awareness about things. I feel like our Aussie culture as a whole, not just the hardstyle culture, but we need to sort of start not condoning like stupid shit.
Yeah, like,
and egging on things that like we see that are completely fucking wrong, and we were egging it on because, oh, you're a fucking sick cunt or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we need to get rid of that shit because that is the reason why we don't have the things that we used to have. And it's only going to jeopardize the scene if you keep doing all this stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like, you need to understand that before you go and do that stupid shit you're about to do, whether it's like partying too hard or doing something stupid at a rave that is going to jeopardize the whole business or the whole scene because you just want it to be an idiot for like 10 minutes or whatever.
But it's a whole like ripple effect. Like one person doing something silly like could ruin their night and their friend's night, but they don't think of it past their like group of friends. Like, you got to think about the event organizers, especially these smaller ones. Like, these are just people like you and I. Like, they're not much more than like just everyday people that love this music, and they're just putting on like a show for people every once in a while. And most of the times, they're not even making money. They're just doing it because they're like, "Hey, we love this music. You love it. Let's put on something for you guys." And then if you ruin it for them, they lose like their lives. They could lose their livelihood sometimes and stuff like that. But it's got just this massive effect where if that gets shut down, then like their name, their brand is tarnished, and 100%. Then they won't be able to do stuff in the future. And then you're going to ask, why don't we have hardstyle anymore?
And they're going to sit there and think to themselves, oh, like I wanted to put on this party and this is the result.
Yeah.
And this is something I also said once to someone that did something really bad, and they just took it as a joke, right? And all I said to him was, and everything is funny until you have something at stake.
Yeah, pretty much.
And think, I don't know, let that sink in a little bit, think about it, and then you'll see from other people's perspective when you're laughing at dumb shit that you've done in a jokingly manner when someone else is putting their whole like life savings or every cent they have to run an event just for you to do something stupid to ruin it. All right, I think this is getting too deep.
Yeah, I know, that was so deep.
But yeah, anyways, we always have the goofy shit, but sometimes you got to talk about these things. So whatever you take out of it,
take it.
Take it.
But no, it's been an interesting week for hardstyle.
100%.
Yeah.
So,
but moving on. To honestly, I would have to say a very special guest today. No, it is because.
No, I agree.
We've had a lot of guests on who are either producers, artists, like content creators and stuff like that. But there's been one thing that's been missing, Toz.
And it's a very, very, very humble and amazing female that has been a big staple in the scene, not just here, but also overseas.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't know the work she's done, not just here in Australia, but overseas. Her TikToks, if you follow her, you'll see her her dancing, her movement, everything about her is just like her aura is just partying and like having
and
fun.
it's simply music related,
Yeah.
not other things.
Yeah. So it's awesome to see. You might have heard her on our track.
Yeah.
We Evolve on our anthem. And you would have heard her on Circles and Squares.
Yes, well, which we'll touch on later in the episode. But we just wanted to give a warm welcome to the amazing lady, Teal,
Thank you.
aka Azaria. How you
Thanks,
going?
guys. I'm good. How you guys going?
Good, thank you.
Very good. Sorry, we went very deep and meaningful
Yeah.
for
No,
a bit.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah, it was good. I liked your insight, Toza. That was.
Yeah.
I do agree.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I get into those like really,
Yeah, like you get into a tangent and you're like,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
going to blabber on for
I
a
don't know,
bit.
it's just something I just had to say, man. Fuck. It's very important because I know a lot of people will take something out of it, and a lot of people will just be better. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like you can look at it like we got three aspects here, like of how things are. Like you're more of an artist, you know, like you have sort of like a profile to keep with, let's say, event organizers.
Yeah.
You have like a profile to keep with artists because, you know, you have to present yourself in a way where I can be a professional but also have fun.
Yeah.
And then I'm also like the party goer and stuff, and like I have to be respective of everything. Like I can't go up to an artist and be like, this is the Australian scene, and like just get really fucked up and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a good like little thing going here where we can show all insights of
100%.
But yeah, we're very happy to have you here. Sorry, going
No,
deep
yeah,
again.
thank you. Thanks, guys. I feel honoured.
Yeah.
It's my
I
first
appreciate
podcast.
it.
So I'm
Well, you're the
nervous.
first female on this podcast.
Yeah, first
Yeah,
female,
so
first
thank you.
podcast for
Yeah.
you.
So
really
it's
cool.
it's really huge for us.
Actually, I forgot. I need to bring out I brought these as well.
Yeah,
shit.
Guys.
So on
Alright,
brand.
So that's it. You know the blue tick that you usually get on Instagram?
Verified.
Yeah.
You
You're
you just
verified.
got TSDU verified.
Yeah, TSDU verified.
So producer put a tick
And put
somewhere
it this
above.
time.
Yeah, and actually put it this time. Yeah, no, welcome to the episode. And honestly, like we said, we're really honored to have you here. And there's quite a few things that we want to talk about with you. So we'll probably start with, tell us a bit more about We Evolve and how the whole thing happened.
Yeah, sure. So really, I think you hit me up like maybe 2 weeks before I gave I
Yeah.
sent the vocals. But yeah, you hit me up and said, oh, you know, we're putting together an anthem. You know, can you do vocals for it? I was like, okay, well, I tried. I was like, 2 weeks is a bit like cutting it fine. But I was like, I'll try. So yeah, wrote the lyrics. Wasn't really feeling it. Like I had to chop and change for a bit. But then found like a really good melody and sent it through and just hope for the best. So I hope you guys liked it. And then in the group chat, everyone was like, oh yeah, this is like, we can vibe with this. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when it got sent through, everyone was like,
Yeah.
we needed
It was
it.
like, this is the one.
Yeah, like we needed a girl vocal.
Yeah.
Like it just worked out so
100%. And for me, I've always wanted a track with you on it. And yeah, just mainly because like you have a really, really great voice, and just having someone like that that's homegrown, it's perfect. Because like I said before, we always want to do something like things homegrown, because like we can't grow our scene if we're gonna keep doing things from the Netherlands. Like if we don't start our own stuff here, there's no way we're gonna grow the scene, because we're always gonna rely on overseas.
yeah.
That's like the same thing with like Evolve, what we're doing now, the podcast, just using Aussie artists more than overseas artists. It's very important to grow the scene.
Yeah, no, I was really stoked when you guys like got me on the track, because I fully support that as well. I love what you guys are doing, where you're like bringing the Aussie, you're building the scene and making sure that like we can have a name for hardstyle, and not just like, you know, the Netherlands obviously is
Yeah,
the motherland, but we
100%.
want to make our own kind of community here as well. And yeah, jumping on the track with Pez, that was sick as well.
Yeah,
He's
I think you guys really went back to back really nicely when we first played it at the Boiler Room at Massive. That was pretty huge.
That was awesome
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, that was sick. and we all got to
Like-
perform it live. That was the first time.
Everyone on stage. Yeah, that was quite a surreal feeling as well. Because
Bro,
like,
insane.
I remember there was another party where Red Hot was playing at, and you actually jumped out on stage as well, and you sung as well. I was like, damn, like you don't see live singers too often.
Yeah.
Like you'll see 'em mainly on like bigger showcases, like if there's an album showcase and stuff like that. But when you came out on stage for that set and you sang, I think it was "Let Us Out"
Yeah.
with
Yep.
with Pete and Jesse, which we had on the episode before. Check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like it was really awesome to see, and I was like, damn, like this is what I love. Like we got to keep doing it. It's not just like you splicing vocals and throwing them on. It's actually like created just for that track solely, and to have everything homegrown, like the artists, the producers, the vocalists, everything's done in-house Australia wise.
Yep.
Like it's awesome to see everything done there.
100%. And yeah, it's really crazy to see. So if you want to see more of that, maybe drop us a comment if you want to see Teal jump on stage with me and knock out and perform the actual track.
Put it in the comments. Tag HSU.
Love that.
Bombard HSU
That'd be
again.
so cool.
Yeah, no, you don't need to do that. But just drop it in the comments. Say we want to see Teal on stage.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
It'll be good. We'll have me up there as well.
Yes.
Yeah, camera.
Yeah.
Camera guy. Someone's gonna do it.
Yeah. But the camera's like this way.
The lens was on the whole time. Moving on. Teal, early life, growing up.
Yes.
How was it? Like, how did you find this music?
Yeah, so growing up, really, I don't really know where the kind of point where I started listening to hardstyle fully, but it was more like I was on Bebo, like Bebo days.
Yeah.
Like I didn't take a sip.
Why? Bieber.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Oh,
Yeah, I was on Bieber. I'm younger.
yeah, me too.
Bieber was the
Yeah.
best
Do you
back in
remember
the
High
day.
Five?
High five. No, what's that?
I'll,
it
I'll
another
link it later. Yeah, it
website?
was another
Oh,
website.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like the show High Five.
Yeah,
Like that's what I was like. How's that correlate with
No,
anything?
man.
Yeah, it was pretty much like started on Bebo. Everyone was like posting videos on their page, and it would be like Bass Hunter or
Yes.
like Darren Styles, like hard dance music that I didn't really know. I didn't really know what this music was because I grew up with like R&B and like reggae and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was like a very different sound, and I actually didn't really like electronic music for a long time. But then I just started hearing like songs at school, and then my younger brother was like listening to Headhunters a lot. And then eventually I started liking it. Got into shuffling with my brother, and the rest is history.
Where it all starts.
Yeah, no,
Shuffling part.
yeah, the shuffling. Yeah, no, but
The
like
shuffling, yeah.
you say like the influences and stuff. You said like you were into like reggae and stuff like that. Did you find it? Was there a way to find any like in way, or was it very hard and you had to find like you said you found Bass Hunter and you seen all that stuff? Was there anything that led you like?
It was really pretty much shuffling
Yeah,
is like when I started discovering like, oh, okay, this is hardstyle.
yeah.
Like I remember, I think it was like War 'Cause I'm Hard. I heard that track from my brother. It was like D Block and S1, I think, and and Rock Civilization, Headhunters. Funny story, we were making like shuffle videos like in our room, and we would try and put these like, we would set up two little torches. You know how you can like
Yeah.
switch the settings and it goes to like a blinking
The flash,
setting?
yeah,
So we would have like this old digital camera because we didn't have phones back
yeah.
then. And we'd set up like these torches and we just set it to a blinking mode and we would just like film us
Like
shuffle.
Yeah, it's like a
Strobes.
live strobe. Like, but now
Yeah.
you can just do that on fucking TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'd never post anything because we'd be too shy. But yeah, that's kind of when I started realizing, oh, okay, I really like hardstyle, and that's when I like properly knew of the genre. Then
Did you used to go to shuffling meets?
no, I didn't. I grew up like with with strict parents, so we didn't really go anywhere that much. But I'd see them on YouTube and like I'd really want to go, but yeah, I didn't really leave the house so much
Yeah. Hey,
back then.
What's your background? I've never asked you this personally.
Yeah, so both my parents are mixed.
Yeah.
They're Polynesian on both sides. On my mum's side, there's Scottish, German and Tongan, and then on my dad's side, there's Welsh and Niuean.
Jeez, that's quite a mix.
So yeah, pretty mixed. I mean, like I've been here pretty much all my life, so I just say I'm Aussie, but yeah.
So
It's
did your parents meet overseas or he?
Overseas.
Because
yes,
was it like in Europe?
So they went to uni in Hawaii,
Uh-huh.
and then they lived there for 5 years, and they had me and my brother there, and then they were going to move back to New Zealand, but they decided to come here.
Yeah, the reason I asked
Yeah.
because like there's like Welsh and then there's like Scottish, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like maybe
Yeah,
they-
there's
Oh, yeah,
UK.
maybe they met in like UK or something.
Yeah, no.
'Cause
I know,
they both-
the Hawaii part threw me off
Yeah, I'm
completely.
like, really?
I was like, bro, what the hell? Another one.
I know it's pretty random.
Yeah, no, but that's actually crazy to hear because like it's crazy to see where we're all from and stuff like that. Like I would have never picked it. Like I would have thought maybe like half like Polynesian or something, but like to hear that your parents met in Hawaii of all places,
Yeah,
it's
no,
pretty crazy.
yeah. There's a lot of we're a mixed bag. They went to uni there, so
It's good.
yeah.
So obviously you were born here, right?
I was born in Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee, so you're
Yeah,
American.
she did say that. She said her and her brother were both
You're born there,
'cause
then
they lived there
New
for, like-
Zealand, and then supposed to come to New Zealand, and then came to Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So how old were you when you came here?
I was
5?
about 4.
Four,
I think. Yeah, around
4.
4. So pretty much lived here all my life.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I came here when I was 13.
What area did you grow up in?
I grew up in Ryde
Yeah.
and lived in Ryde for my whole life. Still live there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryde's Ryde. It's a good area.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, because I'm like, I always do this. Like, I always go like, I always try find if there's like a pattern of like influences with music and like areas and stuff like that. Because like, I grew up in the western suburbs, and growing up, like, everyone knew about like festivals, like or under 18s raves, because like we had Supernova, ID Black, Fame, all that stuff, like Good Life and all that stuff. And it was always in like the western areas, like you'd have it in like Parramatta or stuff like
Favorite
that.
showground, mate.
Yeah. And then like sometimes it went out to the city, but that was like the bigger ones, like the Good Lives and stuff like that. How did you find the community growing up? Like you found the music, but how did you find the community and like going to raves and stuff like that growing up? Were you in the under 18s or?
Barely.
Yeah.
Growing up with strict parents, I was we were religious back then as well, so I grew up Mormon.
Yeah.
So didn't really go out to events until I think I went to one like in 2010, but I didn't really know what it was. It was like Supernova, I think. I think I went to one Supernova, but the first proper event I went to was 2012 Bass Control, which was amazing.
Was Bass Control?
It
Was
was
that the one with the greatest DJ, the two guys hacking? Is that one?
No, that's
Oh,
different.
I think that was at DEF CON.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, it was when they had it as 16 plus still,
Yeah.
so I could go. So that was my first event, and I
Yeah,
freaking
Bass
loved
Control looked nuts, man.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
so good.
But
It was an amazing
it's
day.
crazy how like you can test the waters with like something, and then once you experience it, it's not even like the music. Sometimes it's like the whole
The
feeling.
atmosphere,
Yeah.
the environment,
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like just feeling the bass on those big speakers hits different
Yeah.
than just listening at home.
Yeah, because I had like some knowledge of hardstyle. Like obviously I knew like Headhunters and Wild Styles, but yeah, going there like I found discovered Guns for Hire, like Paul L. Stack.
Oh yes. Poor
It
old
was
Stack.
crazy. It was such a good day as well. Like it was sunny, like just like candy ravers and just.
Do you remember much of the lineup?
I can remember Paul L. Stack because he was like a highlight.
Yeah.
Guns for Hire, I think they played in like the center stage. I can't remember what. It's like the main stage in
Yeah.
that amphitheater kind of venue.
I don't know. I wasn't around then. But no, that's awesome because like I always say it as well. Like I grew up with like a soccer background, like football background, and always like the hooligan stuff. And then
Yeah.
I found Paul Elstack through the hooligans and stuff. And I
Yeah.
found documentaries about how he had like, they went to the games and then they played Gabba music after. I was like, what the hell is this? And then that's how I found Paul Elstack and hardcore and stuff and like that. And like, it's crazy to think I would have never picked you to be like, oh, Paul Elstack was a highlight for me, especially with your voice being so like nice, soft and calm. And then just like, DJ Paul, make it fucking louder.
No, I enjoy Paul Elstack a lot. Yeah. I love it all. Like, obviously, I'm a big euphoric head at heart. I love old school, but like, I love it all. I love hardcore.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen it, if Teal's ever on a lineup, go check her out. Even at Massive, she plays the best. She plays the best classic sets. That's every time it gets you in the feels. And I know your biggest supporter, Keenan. He's always up there with us as well at the front and center. Always.
He's now hired with us too.
Yeah, he's high. clean
But
up after
the only thing he has to pay us.
Please clean while you're waiting.
Yeah. But speaking of playing at Massive and stuff like that, obviously like having such a diverse taste in music and stuff, you've been playing at Massive and stuff. I just want to know, like, when did you first start coming to Massive and how was it back then to now?
Yeah. So my first night at Massive that I can remember well is 2014, Brennan Hart. It was like a sweatbox there. There was heaps of people. I fell in love with going to Massive after then.
Yeah.
I pretty much went every single week, no matter if it was like an international or locals night. I really enjoyed the locals night when they would have them at Massive, like sometimes more than the internationals.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they just play a lot more songs that I vibe with.
Yeah, because like
times.
you when you like get internationals, sometimes people just show up for the internationals.
Yeah.
But with the
And
locals, like there's a lot more support. Like everyone just
Yeah.
hangs out with their friends and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But funny thing you say, like with the whole like, oh, Massive is a sweatbox. Like before, I used to always complain, it's like, oh, it's so packed, it's so crowded and stuff like that. And then now, like sometimes when it's not as packed, I'm like, oh, where is everyone? I want it to be
Yeah.
sweaty. I want everyone to like cuddle up against next to me, brush up. Like it's funny, like bittersweet moments.
Yeah, 100%. And I agree with you in that because like I started going to Massive 2016. First weekend I turned 18, straight to Massive. And obviously been going there almost every week since then. Obviously now like we're much older, so there's a lot of more commitments. But when I can pop in, whether I'm playing or not, I will pop in and always be in the crowd, just having a good time. But those local nights that you're talking about, it's always so much fun because I used to go with like a couple of mates and it's always a good night because you know exactly what you're doing. You're going to have a good time. No matter if it's packed or not, you know you're going to have a good time, like dancing with your mates. Like I got countless of videos on my phone of just us like shuffling, dancing, you know, everything, just the whole night. Back then, Massive used to close at 4, so we'd go from the beginning, leave at the end, kind of thing. And it was really good. That's why I would really suggest everyone to go to these local nights because everyone is there for the actual music, not just one person. They'll come in, watch them play, and then leave.
Yep.
So I'd suggest grab a group of mates if you've never been to Massive. Pick a random night out and just go have a good time. Like it's worth it.
Massive's a fun place.
Yeah, 100% agree with what you said. Plus, there's more space to dance, really.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I can't clap along. Like, give me some space. Nah, it's good. But so you said you started going Massive and stuff like that. When did you start moving into like the creativity of stuff? Like, when did you feel like your passion for the music turned into more of something of like a gratitude where you had to do something back?
Yeah, so I guess with raving, I was kind of like, so I started singing, and I was singing with a girl group like shortly after I finished high school. So we were singing a completely different style, like we were singing like R&B kind of pop feeling. And then I was also like caught up in the rave world and like obviously wanting to be involved more with the scene in that respect. So I was struggling to find a way to like bring those two things together.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I realized, oh, maybe I can start possibly doing vocals for artists. And it didn't really happen. Like, I always really wanted to do it for the longest time, but I didn't have, like, confidence, or I had a lot of self-doubt, or, like, where do I start? I don't know anyone in the scene pretty much. So it didn't really start happening until, like, 2017, when I went to the Netherlands for the first time. And I did 6 festivals over there, but yeah, I met Marco Future Noise.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I landed my first kind of doing vocals for a track. So
Wait, so you went overseas, went to 6 festivals, networked, and that's how you landed your first vocal?
well, I wouldn't say networked. Like, I'm very bad in that regard.
Like people
but-
think networking is like setting up like meetings and stuff, but networking literally means just like having time to speak to an artist and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
true.
and you get that overseas, like with festivals, like even Night Visions, like this is like a little taste. Like Unresolved was in the crowd, like talking with everyone. It was pretty like calm and chill, hanging out with everyone. Same as Diprac, same as MBK. You get that in European festivals. They're just people, like I've started coming to this realization, they're people, they like this music too, they'll chill out. And if you talk to them about it where you can offer them something, it helps them.
Yeah.
But I just find it crazy that like you said you just started singing with a group and like you had the 2 passions.
Sorry, but just I want to touch on one more thing about the networking part. A lot of people, when you say networking, they'll just straight away think, oh shit, someone high caliber, someone artist, someone event organizer. They always forget that part of your network is the people that you hang out with and the people that you meet at raves that are just normal people. Because if you're an artist and no one knows who you are as a person in the crowd, you don't talk to anyone, you just hang out backstage and you literally are just chasing those bookings, don't forget the only way you're going to get bookings is if people know who you are.
Yeah.
It's not about who you know, it's about who knows you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I'm sick and tired of people saying this for everything that anyone does. Oh, it's because he knows people. Or it's because, you know, like it's about who knows you.
Yeah. Like you have to put your name out there. Yeah. Nah.
Like, I don't know, just earn a reverse card it.
Thanks. Oops.
But anyways, continue.
Yeah. So yeah, like
Sorry, I'm on a rampage today.
yeah, bro, you're very
I had a
confused
bad
today,
sleep, so I'm just like,
Yeah,
He's got
Toscany
things
doesn't.
to say.
yeah, I had a great weekend, but I had bad sleep, so.
I know, if we had the first like hour that we recorded before this of all the stuff you said, wow. No, but yeah, like you said, like how does it go from like meeting Future Noise in the crowd to actually being like, hey, let's do a track together?
Yeah, no, well, actually, I met Marco through my boyfriend Kian. So Kian knew Marco.
Yeah.
And we met up with him when we were in the Netherlands, and he took us out, drove us around like his hometown, and
Oh, so he
sat
actually
for
like
dinner.
took you out like as if guests.
Yeah, which is really nice of him. And yeah, we're having dinner, and Kian proposed the idea. Kian was like, "Oh, do you need vocals for a track? Teal sings." And I was like, "Oh no!" Like, you know, getting all shy
Get
and stuff.
flustered,
I'm like,
yeah.
And then he was actually working on BMS at the time. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, and he was like, "Oh, actually, I might have this song that I'm thinking of," and he proposed Circles and Squares, and then I was like, "Yeah, sure, like I'll do it, like, you know, if you want me to." So I went back home after our trip, and I can't remember if he or myself, I followed up, and yeah, we got on a Skype call, organised the vocals, and then
Damn, Skype.
Yeah, I was gonna say Skype. What a throwback, man.
and yeah, I recorded like a demo on my phone and sent it to him, thinking like, oh, you know, I don't know if he'll use it.
Yeah.
And then I was planning to record it in an actual studio for him, but then he said that the memo, he can work with the voice memo, and he was like, actually, I could just use, the voice memo from your iPhone. I was like, okay, cool.
Damn.
And then like months went later, there were like a couple versions, and months went later, and then the first time I heard it was, I think at Capitol. I think he played it at Capitol.
Was that the premiere of the track?
I think so. Well, it was the first time that I heard it.
So he didn't
I
even
think-
send it to you?
I can't remember, to be honest. I can't remember the details. I think he did. He sent me a couple of versions. Yeah.
But the final
But then
version
the
was
final,
that.
the final kind of cut I heard at, Capitol.
And how did it feel hearing it for the first time live?
It was amazing. I cried. Like I got really emotional. 'Cause
I'm about to cry now as well because like Black Mirror Society is one of my favorite albums. Future Noise is one of my favorite artists. Like, and then, dude, that song especially has so much like power and like emotion. Like it's so gripping. Like I actually love that track so much. I'm like tear jerking right now. Like I can imagine you hearing that live. Especially that would be like something surreal.
It was it was mental. It was crazy, and like huge thank you to Marco for like giving me that opportunity. Like he's so talented, but yeah, it was crazy. It was so surreal. I didn't think it was happening. I was like, oh my god, this is.
Honestly, I can relate.
That's a real
Hey,
moment.
honestly,
you can be
I can relate.
I can
Like-
relate. Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't know the full story about the Wall of Death remix, but I'll leave it for another episode. But honestly, like just being there, hearing it being premiered for the first time, I just like me in the crowd right in the middle, and like I was right in the middle of everyone,
Yeah, man.
and I was just like, I got a video of on my 360 camera. I got one of my mates to record. And I'm the only one keep crawling to the song and knowing everything in the song.
Yeah.
And at the end, when it finished, I was like this. I tried to cry, but it didn't come out. But it was an amazing feeling, man. Like I was like, wow, this actually fucking happened.
Yeah.
Like someone slapped me.
Yeah.
Not pinch me, fucking
No,
slap me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Do both.
it's
I think in terms of like, I could ask this as well. How does it feel like? Because realistically, sometimes on tracks, especially new tracks, people won't know who the person is behind it until later on. How does it feel knowing that you've put so much effort in and stuff like that, like in this track's come out of it, and just being like, you know, I'm not saying like you guys aren't credited for it, but it's like you aren't, it's not like you up on that stage showing it off. How does that feel?
Honestly, with that track in particular, like Marco wrote it,
Yeah.
so like I don't want to take credit for that, but I wasn't. I mean, I think it was because it was my first track. I just really wanted to just take whatever I could get, really. Or
I mean,
like
it's
that,
a
but, like-
good first track.
yeah, I guess I worded it probably wrong, but yeah, I wasn't.
I think
didn't mind.
there's a lot of things like the exposure behind it is a big thing. Like I knew you did vocals because of that track.
Yeah.
So like it's that there's a sentimental value also to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one of your favorite artists did a vocal for him. Everything worked out well. Track is a hit. You know, like there's not really much you want really. Like just because your name isn't like somewhere over there, but people actually know, oh, who did this vocal? Because it's not a splice vocal. So obviously people are going to ask questions like, okay, so who did the vocal? Obviously it's not Future Noise who did the vocal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just those things. People things like get people talking.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll reach the reach you need.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And personally for me, it's like, it's the experience I get, and like it's practice for me as well. And
100%.
it makes me gain more confidence that I can actually do it.
Yeah.
Because it's something I still struggle with. Like sometimes in the past, like I would like not turn things down, but have second thoughts and like saying yes to something because I'm like, oh, I'm not experienced enough, or I need to polish up on my skills before I accept this.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't feel like I'm worthy enough to like.
So
Do it.
my speech at the beginning was basically this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's exactly.
It speaks to you.
It would be a lot of like negative thoughts and me thinking that I have to be like really perfect in whatever I'm doing in order for me to do it. it came with like DJing, especially like when I started out, like I thought like, oh, you know, I had to like learn scratching and like mix like 3 songs and
But
like,
little
do
you
all
knew,
this
it was press a
fancy
button
stuff.
and jog
Yeah.
wheel twice.
And then I realized
Hate
like, yeah, exactly.
Just play classics.
Yeah, and that. And then I realized like I need to do gigs because I'm going to get real life experience and I'm going to learn from that. And every set that I have is like, I consider it as practice as well, because it's a daunting thing to be in front of a crowd.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I would know personally.
Yeah, it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing, especially for someone like me who's like quite reserved and kind of just, you know, in the shadows sometimes. But yeah, it's a learning experience, and I'm trying to see it as that more than anything now, and instead of like getting to that negative headspace.
Yeah, but it's awesome to see, because like you said, like that track came out, it premiered and stuff in Capital, and like it helped you with like a couple things, but like it's pushed on to a point where like it started getting played on like main stages and stuff like that. Like the song and Marco got like recognized a bit more. And I know when DEF CON stream just happened recently, I was sending you snaps. I'm like, dude, your song is on main stage again. Like, how does that feel? Because I know Red Stage is like this, it's a very like glorious thing in hardstyle. Like main stage is like this ultimate goal.
Yeah, especially I think especially the red on DEF CON.
Yeah,
that is like
that's like sort of your own climax.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like sort of like that thing, or an exclusive.
I see DEF CON as the Tomorrowland of hardstyle.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Yeah.
Like, it's really big. It's got everyone. It's huge.
Yeah.
And for you to achieve red stage there, regardless if like you like main stage or not. Like me personally, I don't really like going to main stages because it's not the music that I'm looking for. The sets are always softer. Yeah. But it's just that status.
Yeah, it is.
That you gain from that.
And like, yeah, having one of your vocals on one of those tracks, like, you said Capital was amazing. Do you reckon the DEF CON, hearing it at DEF CON was something?
Yeah, 100. Like, I cried there as well.
Oh, yeah.
I cried
were you there?
No, sorry, I wasn't there.
Cried from
I cried from the room, yeah.
Box of tissues.
Did he tell you he was going to play it, or?
I can't remember. I honestly can't remember, but it took me by surprise either way if he did.
Really? It's one of his hits, like.
I think he might have.
I honestly think that's one of his biggest tracks. I think that's his biggest track from that album. Yeah. Personally, I think that's one of his biggest tracks.
That was the most spoken about track.
Yeah. But honestly, yeah.
It's honestly my favorite Future Noise track.
It's incredible, that track.
All his tracks.
His style is very different to my taste, but I still appreciate what he does. And that track really stood out.
Yeah.
It's got like really nice melody, the nice vocals, nice kicks. It takes you through a journey. I feel like it's like a journey track.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of journey tracks like that. Like tracks that take you on a journey.
Yeah. It's feel good tracks. It's not like, oh yeah, cheesy, euphoric, whatever. It's actual like you feel when you close your eyes and listen to certain tracks, you're like, damn, I'm going places.
This is what I always say with Future Noise, but like he's that good. He's like, technically he's so good that you don't even have to worry about what kicks he puts in a track, what vocals he puts in a track and stuff. Like he's so perfect. Obviously someone can make a bad song, but I'm saying he's perfect in the way he does stuff, like just makes a song so well rounded.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I think that like that's credit to him. Like that's why he's gotten so far in his career.
Yep.
And like seeing that stuff like branch out, like that's why for me it's still so surreal that like I couldn't imagine how you are, like you doing this, like the vocals for him and stuff, and then like seeing it on stage is still to this day. Like it was on the most recent one. I was like, I was like, it's still there. It still resonates.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy. Yeah. It's I have no words really. Hearing it the first time on the DEF CON main stage, like in the end show, I was
that was your
so
voice. That was
emotional.
your voice to like.
Wow, that's like my voice. voice on the
Yeah.
stage. Wow, what the heck?
To like thousands upon thousands of people.
It's really good to see, man. Especially like for us Aussies, man. It's
Yeah.
huge. So if you didn't know, Teal is the one that did the vocals for Circles and Squares. So go and stream it and let us know what you think about the track in the comments. But moving on, what are the future plans for Teal? Do you have anything coming up? Any secret sauce you can fill us in with?
I guess I'm trying to work with more Aussie artists. But yeah, upcoming gigs. Got one next Friday at Massive. Can I say that? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Upcoming
this will
gig.
be out.
This will be out by the time, but
okay.
you are a regular Massive quite often. But your sets are always fun. Like I always try to make sure if we can make it to one of your sets, we'll come out because it's always fun.
Thank you. I
100%.
appreciate that.
Look, we always love supporting the people that support us too. Like, and not just wait for people to support us. Like, we always start supporting people too. And if they support us back, cool. If not, it's fine.
Yeah, no,
So
I really love the close community that we have in the hardstyle scene, and I also love like bringing up, you know, the artists and DJs and anyone that's like dedicated in the scene.
I gotta
Love
admit,
showing-
thinking about it now, I think you are one of the most supportive people in this thing because you're almost at every Massive ever. Like every time I see snaps or like Instagram videos, you're always at Massive, and I'm like, damn, she's always there. Like you're always at every event as much as possible, man.
I do really try to.
Guilty pleasure.
honestly, it's like
I ain't
that's why
gonna
there's a
lie.
lot of similarities because I'm like me, Philip too, because he also works Saturdays. So whenever he can take the time off, he'll come to Massive.
Yeah.
I'm always there. Even like I used to finish work 10:45 p.m. On Friday, and I used to go to Massive straight after.
Damn.
Like imagine doing like an 8-10 hour shift and straight to another 5 hour shift.
Yeah.
You know, it's good. Like I still have fun. You know, like sometimes I even go 1 hour by myself. I've been doing that for like the past 7 years. Where like if no one wants to go, I'll still go if I want to go.
Yeah.
What a loser.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Thanks,
Like
man.
you can go.
It's called make new friends, bro. Networking.
You can do that, and like because when you go there, you pretty much know everyone. Like
Yeah.
there's people there that you will know, so you don't really feel like you're going alone or you're there alone.
Yeah.
100%. And I'm really grateful because all the people that I hang around and mostly met through Massive. Like, it plays a really big part of my circle, you know, like
Yeah.
having all these guys and girls that I hang out with. It's really amazing to just see like from one place.
But like Massive's awesome because like we meet people that we know and then we go to Massive with them. But in that, like I met you at Massive as well, and that's like where we started speaking. And then from there, like I remember like seeing your socials and stuff like that. I started following you, and then like the next Massive, I'm like, hey, oh my god, you did Circles and Squares. That's one of my favorite songs. Like I've all read up to it. I'm like, that's my favorite song. Thank you. But it's crazy. Like
By the way, this is my friend Philip. He's very passionate about things that he does.
about my
Love
music. I love this music. It's good.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
I know.
So
How good is it? How good is it? Oh, like
Sometimes, like when I'm at events or like festivals, I just stare there. I'm just like, how good is this music?
But like,
I just-
do you ever just like when someone doesn't listen to hardstyle? I'm like, how do you not listen to this? Like, this is
Yeah.
the best music in the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's got everything, like emotion. Like, what do you want? You wanna drive someone over with a car? Like, there's like something for that. You wanna love someone eternally for the rest of your life. There's something for that. Like, this music, this genre has so much everything. Like, the expressions in this is awesome, and like that's like you see from your side, like your Zugs, like your crazy music, like it's so much drive, and then your one, like it's so much emotion. Yeah,
yeah, it's a bit of everything. It's yeah, it's the best.
yeah.
It's honestly the best.
Anyways.
Like-
Anyways.
sorry, very emotional episode
Remember
today.
yesterday?
Oh,
No,
anyways.
I love the enthusiasm. I really do.
That gets to this point, like sometimes when we do these episodes, we're like, we have to focus on what we're doing, and then we get comfortable, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
go off on tangents.
I think it's these new
It's these couches,
It's these
man.
damn couches.
I'm like super relaxed. Like
Super glued to the
yeah.
couch. I like it.
But just a couple more questions would like to ask would probably be like, what are the next 2 years looking for Teal? What are some of your goals? Whether it's the DJing or anything else music related.
One of, I guess, my main goal is to sing at a Aussie festival. I really want to sing at an Aussie festival. So
Comments.
when you mentioned, that, I was like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's probably my main goal. And then eventually, hopefully, one day sing in Europe.
Would you want to branch off and do just singing in general, or would that but a live performance for like your song?
Probably either. I'm also trying to kind of gain more knowledge on the producing side of things. So maybe later down the track I can start incorporating that as well. Maybe try and work on a track with someone. But it is very time consuming, so we'll see. We'll see.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes, but what you do now is, I think, very good, especially for us, the vocals. Perfect.
Think of it this way. I know, like you say, like producing and stuff, and like as a vocalist, but think about it this way: you see Villain, right, or any MC, right? They usually, when they DJ, they always play tracks they've been featured on. So imagine having like, I don't know, 15, 20 tracks you're featured on, and then that's pretty much your cue set. Yeah.
Yeah. I have had that idea before.
Yeah.
Where if I can just like play all tracks that I've featured on. Yeah.
And you got like, because that's how you bridge into like different genres too, like not just raw. You can do like euphoric, you can do all these things, and that way it will be your journey set, like from like the beginning slower to like faster.
Yeah, it can be like a freestyle kind of set.
Could we ever see Teal on an up-tempo track?
Maybe.
I mean,
it could work.
that's one question I wanted to ask you. So are you just always singing singing orientated? I don't know if that's the right. Like, would you ever consider doing like rapping or?
Oh, rapping! I don't know. I don't feel like I.
Can you spit bars?
No, I can't. I really can't. I don't know. I don't feel like I have that kind of.
You know what? I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna
presence
send
for a
you.
rapper.
I'm gonna send you it's UK drill, but there's this artist. I forgot her name, but I'll find the name and I'll send it to you. And like, you can see the way she like sang and rapped in the same song. And
Is she from
UK?
the UK? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, like I was like, wow, this is crazy. So
I'm intrigued to know who it is.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Show me later.
you're gonna make me if I can do it now.
Final
Anyways,
letter.
Keep talking.
Okay. Anyway, so we're going on about your steps with wanting to do, like you want to make it.
Sorry, my hip just popped.
That's
Sorry.
all right. You want to like make more tracks with other people so you can have this stuff like that. But in terms of like what you want to do for this scene, like, is there anything you want to see this scene grow to or become while you're still here?
I don't know. I feel like our scene is growing a lot, and it continues to grow. And I really am enjoying, I guess, the ride of it all.
Yeah.
Where, HSU is bringing out huge festivals now. They're becoming more frequent. So I don't feel like it needs to, I don't feel like we need to force it to grow any. Oh, I don't know. I feel like it's growing naturally.
Naturally.
It is a lot, yeah.
At a good rate? Like if
good
everything's
rate,
good,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, with TikTok as well, it's really
TikTok helps.
taking off.
Yeah.
Sure. Sorry, I found the artist name. It's Ray.
Oh, okay.
Raye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll send you the track, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Well, we get Tool rapping on some.
I man,
Imagine myself rapping, bro.
I mean, look at your feet. You literally look like you could be in the Wu-Tang Clan or something.
Yeah.
You're the big bomber, puffer. Yeah.
We'll see. I guess I can try.
Call it T-Easy or something like that.
T-Easy.
Gotta think of an alias now.
Yeah, actually, that's too easy. So another question I'd like to ask is, do you have anyone that you would like to feature on a track with?
I would say I'm really liking Odium. I'd love to jump on like a hardcore track or like Restyle, Revolt, like something kind of that kind of vibe. Because I haven't done that before.
Wow, there you go.
So, well, Odium's coming to Knockout, so why don't you...
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited.
Maybe we should, yeah.
and you do it, like, just speak to him or
Yeah.
message him or something like that, and like,
Yeah, I was going to plan
do
to.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really
He's going to
keen
force you to
Odium.
do it now.
Yeah.
As soon as this finishes, he's going to be like, okay, Teal, grab your phone, go on Instagram, message Odium.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
I know, yeah. In a couple months' time, you're going to be like, oh my God, who would have thought Odium was going to drop one of my tracks?
Yeah, like, just do it. And if at the end of the day, like, let's say you approach someone, this is just a random scenario, right? Another one.
Yeah.
Let's say you approach someone and you, like, try to offer something, okay? So it's either they like it or they don't. And if they like it, that's good. That means you're on the right track, you're doing the right things. If they don't like it, ask for feedback. Like, why don't you like it? And if they say because of this, because of that, it's going to be like a learning curve for you.
Yeah.
Just because someone doesn't like what you do doesn't mean that you should,
Stop.
yeah.
Or don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, or just be disheartened or something. Because as long as there's that feedback part, and
Yep.
obviously they're not being fucking idiots about it, like, oh, you're fucking shit.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, well, look, this is not something I like. I like this. If you do something like this, we can probably work together.
Yeah.
That's it.
It all works out in the
No,
end.
it's a very good point. Yeah.
It's got to throw out the feelers.
Exactly. Like just taking it as a learning curve, getting feedback, seeing how you can improve because there's always something to learn in music.
100%.
Like, yeah.
100%. And yeah, if guys watching, guys and girls,
Yeah.
I think we have more girls watching this time.
Yeah, I think, hopefully a couple more.
If you're watching this from home, please drop in, or like anyway, drop a comment below and tell us who would you like to see Teal feature on a track with. I think that's something that you guys can see one of your favorite artists with amazing vocals, good combination. For me personally, I'd like to see you on the Rebellion track.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Like, especially with the direction they're taking with music at the moment. I think they've got the whole overdose thing and they got just Rebellion main stage things, you know what I mean? And I think a nice non-splice vocal would be good.
Yeah.
Because
Or
like
both, yeah.
So do I
the
just...
boys actually find like really hidden gems, man. Like some of the vocals they use are just like, fuck, wow. But imagine someone we know did that.
So do I go with the brand and say I would love to hear you on a Deadly Guns track or...
I mean, does Deadly go? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, Aerials.
Sure,
Aerials
yeah.
is one of my favourite tracks with E-Force and it's got a nice girl's vocal on there. So, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and it goes into the hardcore thing. There we go. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
it fits, yeah.
Let's, all right, after this podcast finishes, we're messaging everyone.
Yeah. That's
I
it.
want to send like 40 messages. Hey.
Hey, X.
X.
Yo, Mickeys.
Anyways, moving on. TOZA. We didn't do it at the beginning of the episode.
Oh, yeah, we forgot.
Yeah, we full forgot because
yeah.
I was actually keen to like speak about this.
Oh, yeah, we also forgot something. Please drop a like, subscribe, comment, and share this. Give us 5 stars on Spotify, and then...
Head to our sponsors. Don't point at me. Point to the sponsor. Oh, yeah, that last
if you know, you
episode.
know.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Guys, check out our sponsor at outputstrengthsystems.com. Testing apologies, always. They're having a drop very soon. Beth, our good friend, and she's coming back from overseas. She had her fun. Now it's time to get back to work. Kevin needs more shirts. He's been wearing the same shirt everywhere. Hey, if Imperators can wear a shirt for almost a year at every festival, every gig, that means these shirts are really good.
Yes.
So check them out, outputstrengthsystems.com. Toza, did you want to ask
Also,
him?
for all your coaching needs.
Oh, look, coaching, lifting.
If you want to... Like, I can actually happily say I'm back at the gym, so...
Are you?
Yes, if you want to look jack like me,
Finally.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. I don't go gym.
Don't
please.
worry, knockout.
Knockout?
I have to put myself on the line, man, because like I need to get my shit together, and that's actually like
Big
stay
place.
consistent again. But I go through a lot of shift changes at work and things externally. So
Teal, you have to start going gym now if you're going to perform live at Knockout.
Yeah.
we're all gonna
Swole.
Let's get swole.
yeah, we're all gonna make it.
Yeah, no, you're not going to make
Nah,
it, bro.
you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it, bro.
Toza, did you want to ask your question or
You go first.
I'll go first? All
Because
right.
yours is, I think, spicier.
Spicier? All right. We usually do this at the beginning of the episode, but,
Yeah, but-
we got into it.
Yeah.
Teal, if you could remove one thing from the scene, what would it be?
If I could remove something, I don't know. All I can think of is like people sitting down in the middle of the dance floor.
Yeah, campers. Picnickers and campers, yes.
Campers.
I don't know why I said campers.
Campers.
I don't know why I said campers.
Fucking prone.
Honestly.
Prone in the dance floor.
Prone on the desk.
Bro.
Scoping to the stage.
So yeah, I'd probably say that.
Especially because you love to shuffle. You need your space. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like you
That's
don't
a good
wanna
one.
hurt yourself
Yeah.
and hurt them if you're tripping over people.
Thank you for not saying politics.
Yeah, I've heard that too many times, man.
every answer. Oh, there
No,
you go.
that's good. Honestly, like with picnickers, like it's just an ongoing problem. That is a safety hazard.
It's a pandemic.
I mean, look, just go. There's places to sit. You don't have you can't even see the stage when you're sitting right there. Like, what's the point of sitting in the dance floor?
What's the point of sitting if you're going to a rave?
That's what I'm saying. But at least if you go on the stands or like let's say the picnic area, which HSU made specifically for you, you can actually watch the live stream and still enjoy the show.
They should make a
Yeah.
camping area.
Hard. Imagine camping in a tent and just watching a live stream at a festival. You just
It's pretty much what DEF CON is, though.
no. I mean, like
Yeah,
it's
I
a
know.
1 day festival. You walk in, you sit in the tent, you watch this fucking rave, and you go home.
That's what we did here for the live stream.
Oh yeah. What?
That was great.
Okay. And now my question is, what is the most uncomfortable situation you've ever been in?
In like
Anything.
Anything?
Anything. Yeah.
Oh. I'd probably say like one of the gigs that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
A singing gig. It was
singing
like
gig?
A singing gig,
Yeah.
yeah. And the crowd was just it was just like not the vibe that I thought. I was going into like a kind of club setting
Mm-hmm.
and singing. But it was kind of more like an RSL
Oh,
setting. Like there were tables sitting down, so no
people
one was
playing bingo while
standing.
you're singing.
Yeah, and and I did a gig and the crowd was just super dead. And I was trying to get them to like clap and like try and show that I'm like feeling the song, but it
no one's
wasn't,
giving you anything.
wasn't working. So yeah, that's one that I can think of recently that I was just like really hella awkward. I was just like, oh, can this end? Can this please end?
Oh,
Yeah. I think I can relate to that in terms of like when you're performing anywhere. Like you actually get a lot annoyed when like the crowd is not moving to what you're doing.
yeah. When you get no feedback from something,
Yeah.
that's when you start like umming and ahhing. Like,
Yeah.
what am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. You need something to show
100%.
reflection.
The reason why I started DJing is because I love that crowd response feedback.
Yeah.
And that's why like I always cater to the crowd. I'm just like, I need to read the crowd, be able to know exactly what's happening. I get really annoyed when some gigs are like very dark and you can't actually see in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I can't really see if anyone's reacting or anyone's doing anything because it's so like foggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that boiler room gig, I could not see the crowd. I was playing such a great set.
Oh man, that light was just too bright.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I couldn't see anything.
The light was very
Yeah.
That's why it was
So it
very
wasn't
sunny.
just me.
Yeah,
It wasn't
I-
just
that's
me.
why well,
Yeah,
the sunny
same.
as well.
Like I'm just like
Same.
everyone's like, why do you use sunnies when you're DJing? It's too bright.
The lights are really bright.
I thought
They
it was just
shine
me.
directly
No,
on
no,
you,
it's
yeah.
everyone.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Tim.
Gracing
it's been
our
a pleasure.
podcast.
Thank you so much, guys.
And honestly, like probably one of my favorite episodes so far.
Yeah, I know. It was nice
Yeah.
to speak to someone.
Normal.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh my god.
it was nice to speak to someone with like a nicer feminine touch, like more like
Yeah.
a realistic approach in the sense that, look, not many people are going to make it as DJs. You're not going to make it, bruh. But in the sense that like you can have a big impact on someone's life, a scene's life, just with a voice. Like it's, yeah. So thank you for joining us.
And,
Thanks so much,
especially
guys.
like having someone with value on the show is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's
So
awesome.
thank you too.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
honestly love what you guys do. So,
Appreciate it.
yeah.
Thank you.
I've been waiting for a podcast, like a hardstyle podcast, where people just talk about the music. And
Yeah, I know.
yeah, I really
Thank you.
love what you
Yeah,
guys
no, I
do.
really appreciate
Thank
it.
you for
Honestly,
having
it's
me.
can't believe we are. This will be the 15th episode.
15.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's a milestone.
Congrats.
1-5.
Yeah, that's a milestone.
Honestly, crazy,
There
man.
we go.
Like that's 7.5 months,
Jeez, that's
bro.
a
We're
lot.
a month and a half away from having a kid.
Have it what? Who?
Me and you.
And cut.
Jeez. Anyways, Teal, thank you very
Thank you
much
so
for
much,
gracing
Teal.
us.
Just before we go, is there any social medias like you'd like to plug?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Teal Azaria.
Yeah,
You guys can put it in, maybe.
throw it in
Yeah.
the
So
bottom.
Teal.Azaria.
Just Teal Azaria.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yep.
And then, Teal Azaria on TikTok as well.
Your TikTok's blowing up recently. It's going good.
Yeah. That's
Very
it.
funky.
Very
Awesome.
nice.
So check it out, guys. Make sure you check out our sponsors in the links below. And yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. And
Like, share, subscribe, comment, give us feedback.
let us know who you want next.
Get shit done, please. That's the main
Yeah.
thing. And 5 stars on Spotify. And just hope you guys are all good and
See you on
succeeding.
the next one.
All right. Take
Peace.
care, guys.